Hello and welcome back to the KOMU 8 Sports Show with our roundtable. It's the closers from KFRU Radio. Spencer Kane in the far chair, Jet Roberts right here.
Howdy.
These guys know some sports and they do it on the radio and 2 hours a day, right? Monday through Friday.
Sometimes longer if we've got cards games.
Oh, excellent. That's good to hear. We're going to test you guys.
All right.
All right. I've got some topics up for debate.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You get a side and you have to make your case.
All right.
All right. First of all, today, if you don't know because you missed the beginning of the show, Christian Cantwell won the USA Outdoor Track and Field Shot Put Championship. It's not the first time he's done something like this. Remember, he won the Olympic silver medal. So the guy is a world-class athlete. Is he a bigger name, a bigger world-class athlete, or is Carl Edwards, the other mid-Missouri guy who makes a name out on a national stage, a better professional? Which one? I mean, you can make the argument Cantwell's not a professional because track and field is, but he's making money out there throwing the shot put.
Sure.
Jet, make the case Christian Cantwell is the better professional.
Okay. Basically, whenever you compete in a realm like NASCAR, and this isn't a knock on Carl Edwards or Kyle Busch or anybody, but you're competing in a sport that's very popular in the United States. And outside, there may be a handful of folks around the world that know who Carl Edwards is. Maybe they know who Dale Earnhardt Jr. is. But basically, you get to the Olympic level, and that puts you, I think, on a totally different tier as anybody else in the world.
Well, I mean, you're talking about Carl Edwards here, who's on commercials. He's every place, every Sunday, every Saturday when you turn it on. He does the local stuff, he does the national stuff with the Aflac Duck and all of that. Plus, he wins races. He won one race, I guess, in the nationwide level so far this year. But you know the backflip. When they show it every time on ESPN, he is much more identifiable on a national level, and I think on a local level too. If Christian's walking around, you might think, oh, is that guy, unless you saw him, you know, compete in the Olympics, you might say, oh, is that one of the MU football players? But if Carl Edwards is walking around, everybody knows who he is. I'll take Carl.
But does Berlin know who he is?
Good point. Moving on. Mizzou had a fantastic year of athletics, and it showed when the drafts came along. Football, 2 guys drafted in the first round, Jeremy Maclin, Ziggy Hood. Baseball, 2 guys drafted in the first round with Aaron Crow, who actually drafted second year in a row in the first round, and Kyle Gibson. And now basketball comes, Damari Carroll, another first-round pick. Which of the 5, make your case for anyone that you like, is going to have the best professional career?
Well, I'll start here. I'm going to go with Ziggy Hood. He found a perfect spot to fit in Pittsburgh. I think they love what he brings to the table as far as his athleticism and his drive. His motor never stops. I mean, we saw him play. He played 90% of the snaps the last couple of years. Hardly ever taken out of the game, and he never slowed down, it seemed like. And I think he found a perfect spot in Pittsburgh. I think he's going to stick and stay for a long time in the league.
Now, I know you told me to pick one, but I'm going to put a dead-even tie on Aaron Crow and Kyle Gibson.
Okay.
And mainly because Aaron Crow is in the Royals organization, Gibson in the Minnesota Twins organization, and the Twins have been known for the last 10, 15 years to be able to grow collegiate pitchers, high school pitchers into major league caliber pitchers. And with what Dayton Moore is doing in Kansas City, I think they're putting a focal point on pitching as well. And I think that Crow and Gibson couldn't have landed in better spots to grow as pitchers and to eventually make some great money.
Nobody takes J-Mac?
Well, see, there's no slide on J-Mac because he obviously could be the brightest out of all of these guys. But you know, we radio people, we like to sometimes take a dark horse.
You definitely did. All right. Is the Mizzou football team a dark horse this year to win 9 or more games? Take 9 or more games, Spencer.
I'll take 9 or more. Okay. Well, there's 2 games on this schedule right now that look to me like losses, and that's at Oklahoma State and then the following week with Texas coming in here. Both of those games the Tigers could win, but right now I'm taking those as a loss. And I think most Missouri Tiger fans would probably look at the schedule like that. Then you got some other games that are swing games. You can win that Illinois game, absolutely, beating them so many times. That's the first game out of the chute. They might not know what to expect out of us. That game at Nevada is scaring a lot of people, but I think the Tigers are going to go out there and win on a Thursday night. You got the Kansas game at the end of the season, and then you got Nebraska here. I think you can win 3 out of those 4 games, which puts you at a 9-win season.
Mizzou playing on a lot of different nights. Thursday for Nebraska and then Friday on that Nevada one, and, of course, the usual Saturday games. So tell me, you're going to take 8 or fewer wins.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I think it's very possible this is one of those seasons where maybe this schedule would have been perfect for 07 or 08. But in 09, there's so many question marks that until we see these guys play 4 or 5 games and really see where they are on defense, really see where they are on offense, they may have a totally different offense. You know, I don't know if they're going to be chucking the ball up in the air like they did the last couple seasons. Dave Christensen's not there anymore, so I think it would probably be a safe bet to say that they're going to win 8 or less games, and if they do better than that, then that's fantastic. I think it's overachieving.
Moving on to baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals make a trade. Pick up Mark Derosa, guy who can play infield and outfield. Give away Chris Perez and Pitt Binnell. Pitt Binnell is always a great guy to ride the bench.
He's involved in so many deals.
And he doesn't even need a nickname.
Player to be named later. Just in case people are wondering who in the world Pitt Binnell is.
He's good.
All right.
He's on my fantasy team.
If you got a Pitt Binnell on your team, you're in trouble. Make the case that it's a great trade for the Cardinals, Jet.
Okay, I think it's a great trade for the Cardinals because it's a trade. They finally made a move. John Mozeliak finally did something to prove to the Cardinals fans, and I think that's who the St. Louis Cardinals really have to answer to as an organization, are their fan base. I think it showed them that he is willing to go out and bring in a marquee player to win right now. That's been the biggest question mark over the last 2 years. Plus, you get a right-handed bat that can hit lefties, and the Cardinals right now, I believe, are second to last in all of baseball in batting average and in slugging percentage against left-handed pitching. So just adding Mark Derosa and a guy that can play multiple positions in the outfield and the infield is a great move for the Cardinals.
It's been Albert Pujols and 8 other guys.
That's right.
Recently.
Well, he's the best available right now.
Okay.
But, you know,
why is it a bad deal?
Here's the thing. I mean, I think it's a good acquisition, but the reason it's not good enough, maybe that's what I'm going to say, because I think it is a good acquisition, but the reason it's not good enough is they need more help. You're only going to have Albert Pujols, Chris Carpenter, Adam Wainwright, and Yadier Molina, this core of players together. The shelf life isn't that long. You got to make your move now. And the organization has said for so long that they're not going to mortgage the future of the franchise for success now. You almost have to do it right now. This is the first step, but it's not enough yet.
All right. Quickly, pitch the closers.
Pitch the closers? Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on News Talk 1400 KFRU, the only local sports talk show in mid-Missouri.
That's a little low and outside pitch right there.
You could do it better than I could pitch it. So thanks so much for coming in, Jet. Thanks for dressing up.
Eric, thank you. And
did the high def make us sound smarter?
Yes.
Okay,
you guys
good.
sounded incredible.
Yes.
We'll be back with more on the KOMU 8 Sports Show.